Hey folks, Dagan here, and today I would like to introduce you all to my beautiful new amplifier. I'm obsessed with this thing. This is a Victory Super Sheriff, 100 watts of modified black and gold fire-breathing goodness. I'm going to show it off here today. It just engulfs you, man. So as some of you might have seen a couple of videos ago, I went down to Victory headquarters to play my first ever Victories and tried out all their lovely little lunchbox heads. And the company I was working with prior, earlier in this year, never stocked Victory, and I never really got a chance to play one. But a lot of my friends, some of which they play small pubs and clubs, studio work, all the way through the big stadium gigs and stuff, always swore by Victory, so they've always intrigued me. And now, of course, working closely with the fine folk at Anderton's, more about them shortly, going down to Victory, Lee was like, do you want to try some Victories out? So I went down, tried them out, and I took a beeline immediately for the Sheriff. This whole kind of hot-rodded tone, like I alluded to earlier, is just my bread and butter. Made in England, that kind of immediate attack. But with a certain kind of seasoning flavour on it. Which I've now learned is the Martin Kidd kind of staple. You can hear in all of his amps. That kind of, obviously it's very percussive and stuff, but it's a kind of thump. There's no brittleness with these amps. But they're still spiky. That's the spikiness that you want from essentially a modified one of these, as this alludes to, certainly with the name Sheriff, and with it being black and gold and stuff. So that's just my bread and butter right there. So when it came to choosing a new amp for my little setup and to gig with live, you'll be seeing lots of this on the stage and here on the videos. After trying that little Sheriff, the Lunchbox 25 one, I was like, I need that in my life, but I might get the louder one. So here we are with the Super Sheriff. One of the main reasons as well I went for the Super Sheriff, besides the volume, is the fact that there's more channels. So when it comes to doing demo stuff for you guys, there's independent clean channels and more crunchy ones and stuff, all the way up to this insane hot-rodded, great. I forgot how to play Motley Crue all of a sudden. Now that's really rare for me. You know what I mean? that kind of tone. So I'm going to run you through what the amp does, what it's all about, all the different settings and stuff. I'm going to play my SG and get some heavier tones with a slightly more sparkly guitar later on. And we're just going to have a bit of a blast. Oh, sorry, and you're forgetting about something. I've also got the cab, the Victory Sheriff 2x12 cab, which has Celestion G12T75 speakers in it, which work wonders for an amp tone like this. No pedals going into it. I'm micing it up with a Shure SM57, which is going straight into a little Zoom H6 recorder thing. And I'm rocking a Shure GLX16 wireless system, the one with a little pedal tuner in, because I hate cables. So no pedals going into the front of the amp, but I have got a pedal in the effects loop. I've got my lovely little Universal Audio Del Verb, which is my favourite little delay reverb pedal on the entire planet. Just for a bit of reverb, I'll turn it off. Dry and nice. But I like a little bit of something something. I'm not going to go full delay. Even though it does sound lovely, but it's not the point of this video. So yeah, Del Verb in the effects loop of the Victory VS100 Super Sheriff. Now, before I get started, I just want to say, again, a huge thank you for Andertons and Lee for taking me down to Victory and showing me the wonders of Victory. If you want to get one for yourself, either this, the smaller lunchbox version, or any Victory, link in the description box down below are all the beautiful links which will take you to the fine folk at Andertons, which are, of course, today's video sponsor and indeed this channel sponsor. There's such a great bunch of guys and gals down there. There's every flavour of Victory down there, from the Sheriffs to the Coppers, the Duchess, the Deputy, the Kraken, and the rest of them. Full cabs, 100 watt, small cabs, the new little 1x12 cabs are really cool, the ones that I checked out down in Victory headquarters, all linked down there in the description box. So support me by supporting them and checking out all the links to Andertons just down there. Now, back to this guy. That might have nearly have been. I'm not going to go full Summer of '69 just yet. So it's 100 watts, made in the UK, all valve. 12 AX7s in the preamp section, EL34s in the power amp. It's that recipe we all know and love for this kind of tone, but again, it's got Martin Kidd's signature little, I keep using the food analogy, the secret seasoning on this kind of amp to really make it different from the rest, but also stand out and feel and react in a familiar way, but also a different way. And that different way is very pleasant, under the fingertips and in your ears. It's super simple, like these kind of amps always are, but there's lots of fun little features, especially with the Super Sheriff, that I want to show you. Now, before we get into the main bulk of this video, which is going to be going through both channels and all the voices of each channels, I'm going to tell you 3-band EQ, bass, middle, and treble, as you'd expect, with a presence control on the right, which is a very precise presence control. The amount of times I've tried a presence control and it just sounds like another treble control on so many amplifiers. This actually does something to the upper mid-range, makes it nice and sizzly, paired with a little presence switch. So up top, I think it's just regular. But you can actually make it a bit spankier by switching it down. I'm sure it does something like remove some of the negative frequencies from the high end of your tone or something. All that kind of guitar jargon, but that's just another little fun little tone shaping feature it's got. But it's not just for the high end. On the back of the amp, you've got your low end controls. And there's a depth switch and a depth control. Now, this isn't, again, another bass control like I've seen on other amplifiers that have resonance and presence, depth and presence controls. This actually works for the power amp of the amplifier to give you a tight or loose tone. At the last thing your tone is hitting before it goes out of the speaker, it tightens up or makes it loosey-goosey. I've got it on tight right now. I'll make it loose. Cheeky little, I was going to say something I shouldn't have said there, not on YouTube. Cheeky little reach around the back. Makes it sag a little bit more. I mean, it is still inherently a tight sound because this kind of modded amplifier in this way is quite a tight direct sound anyways, but this gives it more akin to an old school feel. More on less gainy tones later, but yeah, that's it loose. When you go tight, that's where I like it. It's a modern, modified, classic EL34 amp. One of my favourite features about the Victory stuff is the fact it's got 2 master volumes. Now, I like setting effects loop controls at the back of the stage. I rarely use delay. I kind of use reverb, and I don't want to have an effects loop with a boost on coming at the front of the stage because cables suck tone and the rest of the stuff. So with the second master, you can use it a couple of different ways, but I got it set for a volume boost. And is this going to peak my little zoom thing? Yes. But you get the gist. It's just a second master. You can boost for solos, or you can even turn it down if you want a quiet verse part or a quiet little intricate intro part or something. Or you can have each master assigned to each channel. So 1 master per channel, or use 1 master and turn the other one off whenever you like. There's a little switch on the back so you can choose whichever way, well, which way you want to use it. Series effects loop, like I say, I've got the Delverb in there right now, and now let's talk about the tones. The lovely tones from the Sheriff. Anything that's got a vintage channel and a hot rod channel is just screaming to be bought by my fine self. So, as you've heard right now, we're on the hot rod channel, the glorious hot rod channel. And there's 2 voicings to it. But we're not going to start there. We're going to start with clean. We're going to be civil. We're going to go back to the clean channel. I've actually got a foot switch right here. So we're on the clean channel right now, which has 2 voicings. Yep, that's a clean channel right there. But it's that EL34 clean. As you can see, each channel has its own independent gain controls, and the clean gain here, and the hot rod, well, vintage gain, hot rod gain. And I've got it on voice 1 right now with the gain quite low down to get that clean sound. But there's a little bit of hair on, because I like old school EL34 clean sounds to have a little bit of hair, and you can add or take away as much hair as you want. It just sounded too Guns N' Roses-y for me to not just go straight into Civil War. It's the clean channel. So that's voice 1 of the vintage channel. I'm going to gain 2. It's that old school 60s cranked blues breaker, early. Super, I was going to say super bell-like, but I know YouTube will just compress the hell out of all that kind of stuff, so you've really got to hear one of these in person. But that's the old school tone. It's quite dark, so if I was going to turn the presence up with that, or you can go to presence 2, the second presence one. A little bit more spice on the high end. And it's even a bit too spongy for AC/DC. I think we might go to the hot rod channel for that. So let's turn the presence up. No, not spongy at all, actually. Turn the presence up. And maybe turn the reverb off. I think this channel is more Malcolm than Angus. I realised going over to the hot rod channel with that much gain and my presence that high up wasn't Angusy, but it's a nice little segue into the hot rod channel. So 2 gains, 2 voices, let's say, on this guy. You go to gain 1. The gain control itself is at 1 o'clock, as you see all the EQ is as well. It loves grabbing onto notes. There we go, a bit less gain. This video's all going to hell, I keep dropping my pick. I'm just happy, okay? Just want to share my nice jam with you guys. So that's gain 1 on the hot rod channel. The gain's at 10 o'clock. Let's crank the gain on the first voicing of hot rod. With the rest. Actually, I've never turned the volume down with this much gain before. How does it handle that? presence too. That's more like a low gain hot rodded gain 2 channel. I just keep hearing tones from bands that have used these kind of modded amps, and it just clicks straight away, which is really cool. So that's more, I'd say, 800 with an overdrive in front of it, if you crank it. When you get to the second voicing, which is my favourite, it doesn't sound like there's an overdrive cranking the front of the amp. It feels like the amp itself is doing the work, like it's a modified 800 or something to that effect, which is just my be-all and end-all, really. This is the gain at 10 o'clock on the Hot Rod Gain 2 channel. What's not to love? I even have my reverb turned off. That's snap. Okay, who's that again? So now to get a little bit heavier, I'm going to switch guitars to something a little more sparkly with a little more output. It's got a Floyd Rose on it. Now I was going to go straight into playing, but I've realised this isn't the tone I have in my head when I play this USA Syngates bridge pickup through this amplifier, going from the same settings I had it on for the SG. Still sounds good, but it's not the sound I want, so I thought I'd EQ it live with the cameras on. There we go, it's got the bite, it's got the attack, well, depth control as well. Talk amongst yourselves while I bend over awkwardly like this. It's a lot of gain right there. I think for this lower gain, with an overdrive pedal in front of it, would really just poke it through. So there's some sparkly Floyd Rose kind of bits and bobs for you. Let us know what you think down below in the comments of the beautiful Victory VS100 Super Sheriff, and where to get one, just down in the description box there. Get your fine self to Andertons and check them out. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up and hit subscribe. If you want to support me even more, check out my Patreon page. I've been Dagan, and I'll see you next time.